All right. Hi. Hey, everybody. I don't think there's really anybody in here yet, but my name is Afro X.
And I am Island Boy Manuel.
This is my good friend here. Over here. Yeah. Yes, there we are. This is Island Boy Manuel.
How's everybody doing? I'm just sharing this to the old socials real quick. Getting some.
Oh, okay.
So how have you been, brother?
I'm gonna move the camera a little bit. There we go. So how you been, Manuel?
Dude, I've been doing busy, just really busy, doing everything I can to keep my head above water this week. But the weather was phenomenal the last couple of days, so I can't complain, you know. Oh, sorry about that.
Awesome. Well, wait, you said the weather was phenomenal?
Yeah, like Wednesday, was it Wednesday, Thursday this week? I want to say. So good. It was like 39 on Wednesday or whatever, wasn't it?
Well, yeah. Yeah, but that was the only day it was great. Every other day it was freezing. Took us off cold.
Thursday was nice too. It was sunny, it was cold, but Thursday was nice. It's been cold, but I guess it beats snow. We're supposed to be getting a bunch of that, aren't we? Supposed to be getting like 2-3 inches this weekend.
True.
So what about you, man? What have you been up to?
Yeah. Actually nothing much recently. Pretty much been an even mix of working and playing Apex Legends.
How is that game?
But yeah, work is pretty nice. I believe I mentioned before that I work in a gas station, and that's nice because it's like not really high intensity work at all. Hoyle, there's some Hoyles in this house. Good to see you, man. So yeah, I honestly consider my days at the gas mart to be more like a day off. Just because I don't have to do much. Apex Legends is going really well. My main is Caustic, but I've been going to crypto recently, so that's been fun. And then I'm super excited because just yesterday the new trailer for season 8 came out, and they're introducing the character that I wanted, which was Fuse, and he's an explosives is what they're calling him. So I'm super excited about that. And season 8 is going to be called Mayhem.
Nice. Apex. I was thinking Raid Shadow Legends because I know they've got a new season coming, and that was they got like some sort of dwarf or something looking legend that they're promoting on all like the Valiant comics and new Rockstars and all that happy stuff. But I haven't played Apex, so what is it? Just arena battle, like, or dungeon crawler? What is it?
No. Apex Legends is a battle royale, but it's a 3-man battle royale. So you start a game, 60 people get dropped into the same battlefield, and then they're all split into teams of 3, and then you pretty much go last 3-man team standing. And of course, as in other battle royales, you have the big circle at the beginning, and then it starts getting smaller and smaller and smaller, so that everybody keeps getting pushed together until like at the end you're at like 3 to 5 teams that are all just battling it out in the same spot. And then whichever member of a 3-man team is last standing, their team is the champion of that match. But as you can guess, it's very difficult, and there's a lot of good players on there that do really well. Also, I usually play with the guy who's actually in the stream right now, Hoyle. I play with him and another friend, and we consistently can get between top 5 and top 3.
Nice. Dude, I am so terrible at battle royales. I tried PUBG when that came out. I tried Fortnite, and I am just terrible. I think like the best I've ever gotten was like I maybe made it through like the arena shrinking once. Sort of the best I've ever done. And it was like I just get owned, dude. I have no skill with that.
Hoyle just said, I play with you in Apex. Yes, I know, Hoyle. I just said that. But yeah, you were saying that you weren't very into battle royales because you didn't get far.
Oh, dude, they're fun. Like I had a lot of fun with it, but I've never been good at it at all.
Oh, okay.
Like I'm horrible. But I haven't really been playing too many games lately. I try every time I fire something up. It's like my daughter wants to watch like Shark Boy and Lava Girl for like the 90th time. So I just don't get around to it. My wife though has been spending some time on the old Switch playing Origami King, Paper Mario. And that's probably the closest to video games I've had. I did play Battle for the Grid, Power Rangers for a while. And because just like some stuff I can play like in short blurbs, you know?
You kind of cut out there, but I'm guessing what you're saying is you played Power Rangers for the nostalgia?
Mostly for the nostalgia, but just stuff that I can play in like little tiny blurbs, you know. I only have like a couple minutes at a time, so if I can get one bout in, then it's
little tiny bite sizes.
So
nice.
That game is fun enough. Though.
Actually, Jeremy, who I also play with, just joined the stream.
Hey, how's it going, cool. Jeremy?
He says, "Don't forget me." Yes. Yeah, Jeremy, you also play with me in Apex. But it's I was gonna ask you, did you notice what I named the stream?
Yeah, even more Manuel. I like it. As much Manuel as we can get, right? Is that what you named it?
No, I named it Collaboration the Afro Nation 2, even more
Oh, that's Manuel. All I caught was the very end there. I didn't see the very front of it when it popped up on my screen, but I like that. I like that. We were just I was on the Pop Culture Philosopher stream last night, and Robbie was talking about that. Our love of naming stuff. Like even if I don't follow through on a series, I just like naming it. Yeah. But that's a badass name, dude. I like that collaboration in the Afro Nation. That's dope.
Thanks. Yeah, and a long time ago when we did like our first, it was called Collaboration in the Afro Nation. So I thought I'd do a reference.
Loving them callbacks, man. Loving them callbacks. It's been a minute, dude. We did a lot of collaborations a couple years back, and then it just kind of fell off. I stopped making videos for the longest time, you know?
Yeah. But honestly, I am so glad that you're getting back into video making and stuff. I mean, I definitely will specifically, but for a lot of people, I'm a very big like so people can see me emote. I'm a very big advocate for like depression groups and stuff like that. If you're depressed, like one of the best things to do is to work on a project. And so starting a YouTube channel, doing YouTube videos is a great one, gives you purpose. If you are putting something new into the world, then you're adding to the creation that's already. Jeremy said, dude, you're missing out. We're playing Call of Duty Ghosts. Man, I would play Call of Duty Ghosts, but it's so different from all the other games. I mean, like it's not Treyarch, first of all, so you don't get like what is it, tactical insertions. Although you do have like bouncing baddies and stuff like that. But I'm glad you're having a good time on there, Jeremy.
There's some Walgreens exclusive Diamond Select Call of Duty Ghost action figures that are pretty dope, dude. They're pretty dope. Lots of detail in those sculpts. I don't play the game, but I do like the toys.
Lots of detail in the scopes.
Sculpt the character sculpts, the way they're sculpted.
Oh, in the sculpt.
Yeah.
Okay. One other game that actually I just started getting back into last night, just because a lot of popular YouTubers are getting back into it, is Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker. That's the most recent Naruto game that's come out on the PS4, and it was trying to have a shift from Naruto Storm 4 to like the new Boruto era with Naruto Next Generations. And it's a good game, and what I love is that, like, even though that the development team has still continued to make a DLC, and so they brought out a ton of DLC, but they're already to like a season pass 3, and this game probably only came out like 4 or 5 years ago.
So they're pumping that stuff out. But Naruto's pretty popular. I haven't seen the Boruto stuff yet. I know my brother watches, but I haven't seen much of it. Is it good?
The show?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. I never really watched the anime all that much. I probably watched it only up to like the Sasuke and Itachi Uchiha fight, which is slightly under the middle of the series. But I read the manga all the way from about the Pain arc all the way to the end of the manga, which the manga ended in, I want to say, October of 2006, I think it was. And it ended with 700 chapters, which I thought was extremely impressive. Masashi Kishimoto put a lot of work in. And at the end, I actually found out a fun fact, which was that Masashi Kishimoto actually put off his own honeymoon in order to finish Naruto. So after he was done with it, he went on his honeymoon, but then also he started advertising that he was doing new stuff after Naruto, like making a new version of Samurai 7, which is an age-old Japanese tale. He was going to make Samurai 8, which I thought was really, really cool.
Nice. So do you find that the mangas and the animes usually vary drastically, or are they pretty similar between, or at least for Naruto? I know some of them are really, really out there from the source material, but how's Naruto? Is it pretty solid and stories pretty much align, or no?
It's funny because I actually saw a meme the other day, which was like the Naruto manga, the Naruto anime. And literally the Naruto anime is like chock full of filler. And like, okay, so like I said, the manga ended in October of 2006. The anime didn't finish until like 2000, early 2010. I think they had like almost 3.5 more years of filler content that they stuffed into that sucker. But I didn't watch the anime because I didn't want to sit through literally 300 episodes of filler when I already knew how the story ended.
So is Boruto already done then, or is there still more anime to come if the manga's finished?
No, they are doing the manga right now, I think. And then the anime is going a lot slower than the manga because I'm pretty sure they're adding filler to the anime. I started watching the anime a little bit, and I like gripping, get me into it stuff. It was more like, I'll watch this once in a while. But I haven't read any of the manga of Boruto yet because I'm like a diehard fan who's just like Naruto Gen 1 Naruto. And honestly, I didn't want to watch an anime or read a manga about like a character who I've loved, watch his son grow up because I didn't want to go away from the character that I loved so much, you know?
Yeah. But at least they're willing to let it go there, like to let the kid shine. It's not like Dragon Ball where it's just like you kind of forget that Gohan even exists for like big chunks of time, you know?
Oh, for sure. I mean, Kira Toriyama, the author of Dragon Ball, even said that Dragon Ball Z was supposed to be Gohan's story. It just because of the fans and what they wanted to see, it became more of a this is Goku as a grown-up series. And yeah, Kira Toriyama didn't really want that because he did all the Goku stuff he wanted to do back in but what I do appreciate about Dragon Ball or about Dragon Ball Z is that the series Goku is already married. There's no room for love interest. There's no room for will they, won't they romances that everybody hates or that I hate. I don't know if everybody hates them, but I like that he was married. He got all of his youth gimmicks out and stuff. And at the beginning of Dragon Ball Z, he was ready to be serious and stuff like that. Because in Naruto you'll have like the whole will Sakura marry Naruto or Sasuke? In One Piece didn't really have very many romantic stuff in there. That's not really the theme. And because it is established from the very beginning that like in the Straw Hat Pirates, they're all just friends. Like Sanji doing his regular I'm attracted to every woman type thing. There's no like these two are supposed to be together. Although a lot of people in the fandom have like shipped like Luffy and Nami and stuff like that, but no real love interest thing.
Yeah, I haven't. I watched One Piece when it was on.
I'm sorry. I did it on anime, and I could literally forever.
No, that's good because I don't know a lot about anime, so the conversation is far more interesting for me because I don't know enough about it. So I did watch One Piece when it was on TV a couple of times. I was really digging at the same time One Piece was on, Shaman King was on, and I was really digging Shaman King for like the first, that first season or whatever. I don't know, maybe it was only one season, but that when it was on, I was really digging that. And then One Piece was like afterwards. I'm sorry, I didn't catch that question, brother.
I said, who did you say you were really digging or were really into?
Oh, Shaman King. I liked that. The episodes that I saw, Shaman King was really good. That was on about the same time as One Piece. I don't know if it's
Oh,
Fox Kids or whatever it was.
actually, it's funny you would mention because I just found out the other day that they're gonna do a remake of Shaman King, and redo it in like the modern anime art style so that it looks really good. And I am really happy for one, just because I loved Shaman King growing up. It didn't get a lot of hype, like nobody talks about it today, but it was a great anime, and I only got to like episode 50 before I kind of fell off. But definitely, if a new one came out, I would want to first finish the old one and then watch the new one.
Yeah, I gotta find out where that's. Well, is it Funimation? Is it on the Funimation app? I wonder, or is it? I'll just have to find it somewhere online.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if or what streaming thing it will be on. I don't even know if it's. I had just heard that they're gonna make a new version.
I've liked all the remakes of the stuff that I've liked in the past. Like I thought Full Metal Brotherhood was really good. Helsing Ultimate was really good. So I'd be excited to see, an updated Shaman King.
You mentioned Helsing Ultimate. I'm watching that right now, and it wasn't until I think it was Friday, or no, past Sunday, that I realized that every episode of Helsing Ultimate once every year until the series was done, which I thought was cool. I actually watched original Helsing before I watched Helsing Ultimate, and Helsing Ultimate is great. It fleshes out more of the characters, especially Ceres Victoria. In the first Helsing, you don't think she's very serious at all, and then in Helsing Ultimate, you're like, oh, she is on exactly the same level as Alucard is, like maybe even more powerful.
It's the Ultimate was great. That came out right as I was just finishing college, and so before that, all we had was the original Helsing anime. So like, when Ultimate came out, it was like, gosh, we really got to get in on that. There was I think there was some floating around like OVA stuff before Ultimate, and that was, but yeah, no, it's good stuff, dude. That's a great watch. My brother just got me watching My Hero Academia.
Yeah. It's kind of funny because I watch it in sub, and so it's embarrassing to admit, but I sometimes do the English voices of the characters for fun, and I always like to imagine that Alucard sounds like Michael Keaton's Beetlejuice.
I could see that. I do that every time I do comic books. I read my daughter comic books before bed. So right now we're just wrapping up the Justice League Power Rangers run. And she gets mad like if my wife has to read her the comics because she doesn't do voices, and then she doesn't like I make my daughter my daughter will pick a character.
Hold on just a second, Manuel.
Oh, no problem. So
okay, I don't mind wondering if I was home. Anyways, continue.
No. So my wife will read, and like my daughter, she'll pick a character. She'll be like, I want to be, Kimberly or Trini this time. It's like, all right, go, yeah. So then she'll read. I tell her what the lines say in the dialogue box, and if she doesn't read it with the right emotion, I have her do it again. Like that's how we get down. So like, I totally get where you're coming from, like doing voices and helping it to heighten the experience, because that's definitely something I do myself. So. But I think my
Very
jams,
cool.
my Anna. Yeah.
Oh, you were saying your anime jam was
Digimon, dude. Digimon was my show, dude. I watched that into Digimon. High school, like religiously, dude. I know it's probably like some mainstream noob answer or whatever. But dude, I love that, dude. I haven't watched the new one though. I don't know if that's any good, but the remake of Adventure, but
Digimon I also watched when I was younger. I mostly watched it paired along with Pokemon, but honestly, I always thought Pokemon was better. In fact, this is also embarrassing to admit, embarrassing revelations today. But when I was a kid, my goal in life was I wanted to become a Pokemon master.
dude, Pokemon was huge back in the day. Huge. We were ninth grade was when like Game Boy Color, you know, and we'd all be sitting in the student union like trading Pokemon constantly, and it was huge back then, dude. It was massive, and now it feels like it's this like resurgence with the stuff on the Switch has really brought it back to the forefront. Because I know a lot of kids that are super into Pokemon.
Yeah. I was into Pokemon as a kid, but I mean I was into the anime, and back then I didn't know it was anime. But honestly, if we're talking about like first animes, probably Dragon Ball Z, Pokemon, and Sailor Moon and Hamtaro were probably the first animes I ever watched. I just didn't know they were animes. Yeah. I was never really into the cards, but when I was probably in my late teens, when I was in my early teens, when I was ninth grade of high school, I was into Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot. Yu-Gi-Oh! Was a fun card game. The first day of ninth grade, a kid gave me like a fire deck, and I still have some of the cards to this day, but I played Yu-Gi-Oh! At the tournaments on Saturdays, like every time. Got my butt kicked every time. But then in college, I stopped playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And I started playing Magic, which I pretty much played Magic up until coronavirus started, and now I have like all these cards, good decks. Right before coronavirus started, I managed to put together a pro deck.
Yep.
And then we didn't have tournaments anymore, anything. So now I'm sitting here with pro decks, really good decks, and knowing how to play Magic, and paper standard is just dead. Like it's online. People said it's transferred to online, but online I don't have all the cards that I've spent hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars on.
I played Magic senior year of high school for a little while. I spent like a ton of money when I first started, because I just wanted to play, and this guy I went to high school with, Jake, he showed me how to play it in chemistry class because it was finals and we didn't have a test that day. So he showed me how to play it. He just kicked my ass like every time. So I was like, nah, I can't let this happen. So I went out and spent, I think I blew like an entire paycheck and a half on Magic cards. And I got to the point where I could play and I could win once in a while, but I was never really good at it. And if I didn't have so many expensive hobbies right now, I would totally get into it because it's a good time. It was easy to understand. Like I could never understand how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! My little brother had a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards and I could just never get it. Same thing with Pokemon. I just couldn't figure out how to manage the energies and all the other stuff that was required. So it was just more like we'd buy the cards just to look at them because they were like, like Blue Eyes White Dragon looked cool or whatever,
Yeah. Also, I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! I kind of lost interest in because Magic wasn't so much better. Yu-Gi-Oh! Was very cartoonish and anime based because it is based on, well, I mean, it's an anime on a card game, but then the card game became based on the anime, which is funny. But anyway, Magic was just drawn better and was able to capture my imagination a lot more There's actually a video online that I think it was Vsauce 2 did, and it was either Vsauce 2 or it was MatPat, and they proved that even a supercomputer can't calculate a perfectly 100% winning strategy to Magic every time because it's just so complicated.
Yeah, I can see that. Well, there's so many cards. There's so many ways to build your decks. Like I don't even the amount of like forethought and logistics that comes into planning that deck it's that in and of itself is kind of fun. You know, just the building of the deck before you even play anybody is fun.
Oh yeah. Oh. Chat Cobra Bubbles, and they say Yu-Gi-Oh is easy. Yes, it is, Cobra. That's why I don't play it anymore.
Is it still popular? Like, is there like pro leagues for Yu-Gi-Oh?
Pretty sure. Well, since coronavirus hit, I doubt it. But, yeah, I'm pretty sure there's pro leagues for Yu-Gi-Oh players. There's definitely pro leagues for Magic players. I mean, I've seen videos of like a convention room filled with a good 1,000 to 2,000 people all playing matches against each other in tournaments.
Oh yeah. Dude, I've seen Magic on like ESPN, I don't know, ESPN 2, 3, 17, I don't know, whichever ESPN it was on, but I've seen it on there. Like it's a legit sport, dude. If you're into, you know, tabletop gaming, like you can make a living at it.
Oh yeah.
So what you been up to? What you been watching, brother? TV wise.
What have I been watching?
Yeah, have you seen WandaVision yet?
No, but I want to so bad. Part of me wants to get a Disney Plus, but I'm always, because people are always like, okay, sign up for Disney Plus, then binge and then get rid of Disney Plus, unsubscribe. And I would do that, except my dough-headed that if I sign up for something, I easily forget what the due date is for the subscription, and then I'm caught in continuous plan where I have to keep paying for Disney Plus. And I was like, what I want to do is I want to see if one series is if they will put it on YouTube as a paid series, because there's tons of series on YouTube that you can buy. You can buy a whole season of a show on YouTube.
Yeah. No, I do that all the time. I put stuff on. I get subscriptions just so that I can watch something for content, you know? So like HBO Max, I got that just so I can do the Wonder Woman 84 review. And then I forget, just like you were saying, I'll forget. And it'll be like 2-3 months down the road. And I'm like, I'm paying $15 a month still for this. CBS All Access is one that I consistently take up and then turn off, because I only watch Discovery, and I've been watching The Stand, but I only watch Discovery and Picard. So when they're gone, I'm out, you know? But I was actually disappointed today when I found out you had to pay for Peacock, because like I just started watching Saved by the Bell reboot, because I was like, everyone my age, you know, in their 30s, like, I gotta watch Saved by the Bell reboot. And then I get it today. I watched the first episode. I was like, this is good. And then I hit a paywall, and I was like, I'm not, even though it's cheap, it's like I'm not spending $5 a month to watch this borderline good show.
Oh yeah. I mean, what is it? What's his name? Twitch on there, or Tweak. I feel like he kind of ruins the show.
For on the original Screech, the original Saved by the Bell.
Screech, that was his name.
Yeah. No, they offered him a chance to come back in the reboot, but I guess the paycheck wasn't big enough, is what the the girl that played Lisa in the original series. That's what she said. She said the paycheck wasn't big enough for Dustin, so he didn't come back. But now I heard he's in the I heard he was in the hospital or whatever right now. So I don't know. Maybe he might need to come back to pay some bills. But
right. You were asking before what right now. So what I do is most people will find a show that they like and they'll binge watch. And true, I have some shows like that. But mostly what I do is if I find a show that I want to watch for a long time, I will put it on a schedule. So like, for example, Friday nights, like tonight, I'm going to have 8 different animes. And I get through them sequentially and watch one episode every week. Then tomorrow is my sci-fi, where I watch all my sci-fi shows like The Messengers, Devs, Future Man. Sundays is what I call my Night of Evil, where I watch shows that have anything to do with like witchcraft or stuff like that. So like Charmed, Lucifer, Preacher, and the Willing Adventures of Sabrina, because that show can get wild.
We talked about that on Tuesday's live stream, and that was kind of the general consensus. People were saying it was worth a watch because I haven't seen it. I loved the Melissa Joan Hart one back in the 90s, and this, I guess, is something completely new. And I got a lot of recommendations on my Tuesday night stream, so definitely one me and the wife will have to check out. But I heard it's kind of bloody, and I don't know. My daughter is like always around, so it's hard to watch. I end up having to watch them on my phone, you know.
Yeah.
So.
No, Chilling Adventures of Sabrina is definitely a good one to look into. I was just looking at the chat. Cobra Bubble said, "Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh is popular with special needs group." And what about the Pokemon card game? We did talk about the Pokemon card game a little bit earlier. Just now he put in, where am I watching on? I'm watching Chilling Adventures of Sabrina on Netflix, and I'm one of the few people in the world who has both Netflix and Hulu. And so I kind of go back and forth between those two. And so like on Tuesdays I'll watch Jane the Virgin, but Jane the Virgin's on Netflix. But I'll watch The Mindy Project on Hulu. And then I'll watch on Netflix and kind of flip-flop back and forth between the two. Preacher's on Hulu, but Lucifer is on Netflix, which is an interesting dynamic.
Are you on Tubi? You need to be on Tubi if you're not, dude. That service is legit. That's a good one. And it's free.
Which one were you talking about?
Tubi, Tubi.
Oh, Tubi. Yeah, I've heard of Tubi. My housemate recommended it to me a couple times. I think I tried it and I found out it just didn't have a good selection of shows.
Oh, dude, it's got so many things that from like when I was a kid. Maybe that's probably why it appeals to me. But like Beast Wars, Beast Machines, all kinds of 70s and 80s horror classics. There's a lot of stuff on there. There's ads. It's ad supported, but that's one place I'll go if I can't find something first before I end up buying or renting, because it's usually got more obscure things when I'm looking through it.
Yeah. You mentioned CBS All Access earlier, and I was gonna say one of the shows that I watched on there, because I go in order in the Arrowverse, is I watched Batwoman on there. Woman was really, really good. I liked how they made Alice pretty much Batwoman's Joker in that. And then after a while, I stopped watching it on the CBS All Access, and I just bought it on YouTube. But yeah, the show was good, and honestly, I liked how these seasons of the DC shows were wrapping up in Flag, Legends of Tomorrow, Batwoman, Supergirl, all the DC shows are just great, and on YouTube and Netflix I definitely watch them.
Yeah, no, Batwoman is all right. I wasn't too keen on the season 2 opener, season 2 episode 1. The new Batwoman, they try to squeeze so much exposition into that first episode because they're trying to get you up to speed fast, right? So they don't have to waste any time in setup, and it was a little clunky. I'm hoping that the next episodes will be better. But no, on CBS, on actually HBO Max, if you like DC stuff, HBO Max would be something worth getting just for a month to binge, because they've got all the DC animated films, which are far and away better than any of the live action ones. And then you've got Titans and Doom Patrol, Stargirl. It's a real that if you're a DC fan for DC Entertainment, you're definitely going to want to check out HBO Max.
I see what you mean there. Shows that have actually surprised me that I didn't know were on the CW, but actually were. New version of Charmed, which I've been watching. The older version of Charmed, I actually managed to watch all 8, and that was a great show. The new one it took some getting used to, but of the old show, which I really, really liked. Just that the whole point of the show, sisters. It's all about the sisters, and they did manage to, like, the people who were writing the show did understand that the house that they're in is very important to the plot line. And so even in season 2 and stuff, no matter where they go, the house magically goes with them. And that was a very important piece. They had the house in the new Charmed kind of look like the house in the old Charmed, which I really, really liked. But yeah, if I had to describe the new Charmed, I would say it's new sisters, but they're just as charmed. And I look at the series is that if it had to be canonized, that there were the what is it? The God, what was the last name of the original sisters in Charmed? Halliwell. Yeah, there were there were the Halliwell sisters, and then I'm kind of just looking at this as maybe the Halliwell sisters died, or they were something like that. But somehow this is a new set of sisters, but they met the requirements of being the charmed ones. Because I mean, in the folklore of Charmed, the only real requirement to be the charmed one, a group of 3 daughters of a witch, and so easy to find a new group of 3 daughters of a witch. And yeah, I just feel like if it had to be canon, I'd be. And so that's how I got over my feeling of only the Halliwell sisters can be the.
The original cast was not feeling it at all.
Oh yeah, no.
There was some mad Twitter
Alyssa
beef
Milano
for a while.
Always fought. Yeah.
Yeah. The
I did
that
when they brought Rose McGowan in.
yeah. Well, Shannon Doja has always been difficult to work with. You know what I mean? I know that you can get different interpretations of what happened. Health issues, things like that. But she's always had a reputation for being difficult to work with. So it kind of comes with the territory. I think with some of those stars, they get popular when they're really young, and I think that it's very difficult for them to figure out how to share the limelight. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Although honestly, if you asked me to pick who was the cutest of the three sisters, it would have been Piper Halliwell. Not only because she could stop time, which I thought she was cute. I had like a celebrity crush on her.
Oh, I know who it is. It's Holly Marie Combs, but I'm having a hard time picturing her.
There is a question for all your podcasts, Manuel. Which Halliwell sister from the original Charm did you think was cute?
Oh, honestly, I don't know. That none of them really are my type. You know what I mean? Like, not really into any of them in particular. I mean, but no, it was a good show. We were actually just talking 90s CW. Well, it used to be the WB back in those days, and UPN and stuff on another podcast I did last week. And dude, we were talking Buffy and Angel. If I had to pick shows from that era that really like were my shows, it was Buffy and Angel. Did you ever get into those?
I did get into Buffy back in 90s CW. For me it was, well, we brought it back full circle. It was all about Sabrina the Teenage Witch and Charmed.
Yeah. I watched Charmed when it was on, but Sabrina was really good. And Buffy was great. I don't know where. Yeah, Cobra. I love Buffy. I don't know what was better though, Buffy or Angel. I kind of go back and forth.
Okay. Rose McGowan, Buffy was great. Yes, Buffy was great. Get into her show. Although talking about 90s shows, back in the 90s, to like your stuff, Star Trek and stuff like that. And then I kind of fell off that and joined the Star Wars fan club.
I've always been both, but if I'm being honest, I do like. It's weird because I probably have done deeper dives into Star Wars lore, and I definitely own more Star Wars collectibles, DVDs, documentaries, things like that. But Star Trek has always been something that I don't know. I like it on a deeper level than Star Wars. Star Wars is such a great popcorn flick, and Star Trek is such a great cerebral flick. Like so I always connect with Star Trek just a little bit more than Star Wars.
Yeah. Star Trek is more thicky, where Star Wars is more actiony.
Mm-hmm. Star Wars, the world building in Star Wars is a lot better. I will say Star Trek has got a lot of continuity, which is great, between species and between characters. But Star Wars, like the number of worlds, the number of races, the number of factions, Star Wars has got
for sure,
a much better world building, I'd say, than Star Trek by far. Although Discovery is helping to flesh some of that out. So,
I was gonna say, I was thinking of ending the stream in about 10 minutes, just so we get a full hour in.
Yep.
But last thing that I thought we should talk about what was it? Oh, now I've forgotten. I lost my train of thought. We were talking about Star Trek. Um, oh, are there any new games that you've been playing?
Video game wise, not so much. I picked up Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 on release date, and I played that for a while. Like I said, Shattered Grid. Days Gone, I downloaded, but I hadn't played it yet. But like with my daughter, like I said, I don't get as much time to just like sit down and really dig in to video games. So I have to pick stuff that's like digestible. Like Mortal Kombat 11, something that I can like sit down, play for one round, and then walk away from, and not feel like I'm getting sucked in, you know. Because I made the mistake when we were firing up Fallout.
Oh, I was just gonna say I definitely understand that about stuff being digestible. If I need to go to work, I'll only play like specific games that I know I won't get sucked in. Like if I need to go to, I'll play Jump Force or Naruto or something where there's a definitive end to a 7 to 15 minute battle. But if I'm not going to work, I'll do games that I get more sucked into. Recently, I've been doing my second playthrough of Persona 5.
I fired up. I know it's old, but I fired up Fallout 4 one weekend because I didn't have the kids, and that was a mistake. Dude. I think I put like 20 hours in like a day and a half, just sitting down and like not doing anything all day. And I didn't even do anything like fun video gaming. I just like built my town for 20 hours. Like I didn't even like leave the castle. I just stayed there.
Just wandered.
Yeah.
Wandered around town.
But I was playing with mods, and I haven't played with mods too often. So I had to I was like, oh, I can have unlimited building. I had all these other parts. My castle was like massive, and that's all I did. Just built it for a day. But lately it's just been comic books have been taking up a lot of my time. That's what I've been most into.
Do you mind if I tell you a bit about Persona 5?
No, not at all.
So I'm assuming you said yes, but I'm gonna go ahead.
Yep.
So Persona 5, Persona 5 was rated like one of the best games of the year when it came out, which was a couple of years ago, I think in 2018. And the Persona series itself comes from the series Shin Megami Tensei. And I actually had to look this up, but Shin Megami Tensei translates to like Great Rabbit Guy or something like that. But the Persona and Shin Megami Tensei games are vastly different in tone. The Persona games are more focused on kids in high school, and it in the game you fight against some of the same demons that are in Shin Megami Tensei, but Shin Megami Tensei is like all about gods and the world ending and stuff like that. They're actually coming out with a remaster of Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne, and with the next in the series, Shin Megami Tensei 5. And I'm really excited just because I know much. I'm like I said, I'm currently on my second playthrough, and then after my second playthrough, I'm going to play Persona. So I'll end up playing the game 3 times over, and the third time in the extended edition. I actually would keep the game on while I was out of the house for a little bit because I wanted to get the record. 3 minutes. I set the record for playing a video game for an entire week.
3 minutes? Holy crap. Dude, so is that related to Devil Saga? Because I feel like that Shin, I don't know how to say what you were saying, but is that related to that game? Because I feel like that game had a similar title, didn't it?
Shin Megami.
Yeah, is that related to the Devil Saga games? Because I played those.
Devil Saga, I know what you're talking about. That was turned into an anime, and I believe the Devil series is what's it called? It's the anime called The Devil Survivor Animation. But it is really, and I'm going to try to go through this in the next 4 minutes, but you could jump into this JRPGs that were made into animes, and the first one that comes to mind is Danganronpa, which through right now. Danganronpa is a great one. Trigger Happy Havoc is the first one in the series, but kids who are best in the world at their fields, and they all get trapped by a mastermind inside a high school, and they have to play a survival game where you have to kill someone in order to escape, but then there'll be a trial, and either if the person who is the murderer doesn't get found out, then all of the rest of the people will die and the murderer gets to leave. If the murderer is found out, then they are executed.
That sounds sweet. Sounds like Among Us. That's what that reminds me of.
Oh yeah, Danganronpa very much like. It's like Among Us if Among Us were an anime, which I'm sure it will be in not that long a time.
No, I'm amazed at how much that game has blown up because nobody really played Friday the 13th, the game. Nobody really played Prey. A lot of the games that were very similar but better graphically, didn't catch on. But Among Us is it's just exploded. Everyone I know is pretty much playing except for me. It seems like.
Oh, for sure. Well, we're about at 2 minutes before the end. Thanks for talking with me today, Manuel. It was really fun, and I'm sorry I took up most of the time. It's just I'm so passionate about anime that you say one thing about it, and it starts a whole train ride of anime stuff.
Dude, that's one of the reasons I love your channel, because anime is something you're super passionate about, and I learned so much from your channel. So keep it up. Keep on doing that, dude. Just teach on your passion, man, because for people like me that only dip toes in the world of anime, you're definitely somebody who's there to help us go further and deeper in. So keep doing it, man.
Nice. Just as a sign off here, this is Afro X. Make sure to watch some of my other videos. I'm not going to put Amazon affiliate links in this one, but there are ones in the other videos. In the One Piece videos, you can find stuff, manga volume of One Piece and a statue of Jinbei and a whole bunch of other stuff in there. But make sure to click on the Amazon affiliate links. If you do portion of that gets given to the channel and helps me to make better content, stuff like that. And then also, what's really exciting is in every one of my videos, there in the description, there's a link to my Teespring account. And Teespring is a place where I can make custom T-shirts, even like COVID masks and stuff like that. Right now, there's a T-shirt on there. It has the Afro X logo on the front, has Stay Legendary on the back. And you can go with the T-shirts like $30 or something like that. And I think they only take like $10 off, and they give the rest to the creator of the content, which is really, really nice. But yeah, so Amazon affiliate links, teespring.com. I'm AfroX. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and always remember what, Manuel? Yes. Stay legendary. I'm sorry. But yes. Have a great night, guys.
Peace.